got to say, smashing an entire season of a show in
It
1 weekend
doesn't feel like we did smash it. It felt like we... I don't feel like I've been smashed. I feel like...
You say that to all the guys.
I feel like...
Hey there, Thronies. Here we are for the last time. It's House of Dragon, Season 2, Episode 8. It's the final episode of the season. So I'm going to do this as a proper intro and say, my name is Dan, otherwise known as Twisted View. Together I have with me, as always,
Pete.
And...
Rich.
Oh, look at that. Even sounded somewhat professional.
I'm surprised the mic picks it up with how quietly you just spoke.
Rich.
Were you a bit quiet? 'Cause you're a bit sad.
This is the last time
'Cause
we
it's the last time.
ever say the word Thronies. Ever again.
Until
season 3, yeah. On that note, let's get into this.
Oof, hour and 10 minutes. Fucking hell.
It's a big one.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
Or maybe it's a long one. Might be a bit more appropriate.
Is there plans to do any other spin-offs after
Yeah,
this?
Yeah.
Loads.
They're right.
According to George R. R. Martin, they've got about 4 or 5 different spin-offs in the works.
Right.
Of different points in time from the... So we might even get one from a couple of thousand years before...
See that last bit there?
No.
In the tapestry, there's 5 dragons flying together.
Oh, there.
And a big one in the middle. Big yellow one in the middle.
Per ship?
Per man.
I could not produce such coin, even if I wanted to.
Again, you plead poverty. It is hollow stuff from the mouth of a Lannister, whose very stables and sculleries are carved into a mountain of gold.
And we will need it before this war is done.
Do you think that we lack for buyers? We sell where we please.
It seems you need us more than we need you.
The stepstones.
What of them?
A smattering of rocks. Hardly a sacrifice to the lords of Westeros.
Those rocks have been disputed for a generation. Your pirates, the waylaid ships, taken slaves, cargo.
Give them to us outright if you prevail, and all that will cease. We will impose a simple tax on those passing through. Recoup the losses we took fighting the Velaryon hordes.
Extortion.
A fleet of warships, then. Sailing at your command, they would break the blockade.
Very well. The Prince Regent may have me hanged for this.
You can topple the Prince Regent and sit the Iron Throne yourself.
Of course, there is one more condition.
I was rather set on a bath and a flagon of wine.
The commander of our fleet must agree to go with you. His name is Lohar. The sailors are fiercely loyal to him. If he does not lead them, they will not fight.
Very well. Let us meet this commander then.
She.
Admiral Lohar, this is Tyler Lannister of Casterly Rock.
Well met, Lord Tywin. What sort of man are you?
Beg your pardon?
A poet? A philosopher?
I am the master of ships at King's Landing.
You're thin.
But also tall.
I will not sail with a man who cannot best me.
At what?
Some rum wouldn't go amiss. Your Grace, just a little. You're a good man, oh well.
A word, Your Grace. I must ask you, Your Grace, to steel yourself. We must leave King's Landing quickly, and we will not return for some time.
What?
The Pretender has found 3 new riders for her dragons.
That's impossible.
Your brother thought the same. He flew to challenge her and was rebuffed. Fled in terror, from what I hear.
He deserves no less.
Be that as it may, he has gone in fury to Sharp Point and laid waste to the whole of the town.
Fucking mad cunt. She really did it then.
I fear so.
So what was the fucking point in all this then?
The gods are cruel, Your Grace, but I hope you can see the urgency.
No, I am the king. Why must I run?
Because the Prince Regent is going to kill you. There is no telling what he will do, but we have an opportunity while he is away.
An opportunity to push him out. Take me to my throne. And once he returns, I shall take him prisoner.
And what then? When Rhaenyra descends on you with her 7 dragons and you without Vhagar, what then? I have, over the years, in anticipation of little bumps in the road, moved the greater part of Harrenhal's gold reserves to the Iron Bank in Braavos. We can live well and remain until what is coming has passed.
You want to take me to Essos to live with the goat fuckers.
It's best to live, I think, however you do it.
My dragon is dead. I am burnt and disgusting and alone. And I'm a cripple.
You're not alone.
My cock is destroyed. Did they tell you that? Yeah. It burst into flames like a sausage on a spit.
Let your brother and the pretender destroy themselves in blood and bitterness. When they are spent, as we will return, and the people will rise up to meet us.
I can't even piss without it running down my leg.
They will be tired of endless deprivation and fear. They will hail the returning king, his father's true heir, Aegon the Victorious, risen from the ashes.
Aegon the realm's delight.
Something unnerving about that conversation. Like,
Wasn't
I don't believe any of that.
Burst into...
I don't believe any of, their visions of what they just described. It seems like a ploy to get him out so he can kill him.
Well, think about what happened in Game of Thrones. Where did they go after they got cast out? Daenerys and her brother.
Yeah, I just can't see. What he's proposing is they wait 2 more seasons for everything to finish. But I mean,
I can understand why he sort of... because
I can see Clubfoot getting the king out and killing him for.
no,
Aegon.
I don't see him killing him because how does that benefit him?
So he goes back to Aegon and says, "Look what I did for you."
Aemond.
Aemond.
I think I think his plan is somewhat true. He knows that Aemond would sooner just slit his throat than listen to a word he has to say.
I get that part. Yeah. Well,
he's hoping Rhaenyra will take out him.
What are you doing here? Remove your feet from the table.
I'd rather not, Ulf.
It's not up to you.
Who's it up to then, boy?
He is the Prince, Ulf. Prince Jacaerys Velaryon. Right here.
Who'd have thought it? He lives here.
I'll have an apology from you.
Oh, the young prince! And look at that hair. As dark as they say. Let them tell us we don't have Targaryen blood, eh?
My mother is the queen.
Dragon riders, both. You and I. Cut from the same cloth.
It is a sacred inheritance of which you know nothing.
Forgive him, my prince. He's not much used to the manners of court.
Or any manners at all, I'd say. Do you know what has happened this last hour? The so-called Prince Regent has burned Sharppoint down to its stones. Thousands of its folk, dead or lost, its harbour in ashes. Will you prepare to face such an enemy? Or will you stay here and make yourself easy? If you hinder our efforts through sloth or unreadiness, I will see you hanged and your body fed to the dogs in the street.
I meant no disrespect, my prince.
The new riders are a boon to us. But now the deed is done, I cannot erase my doubts. We know little of who they are. Adam of Hull, at least, is known to you.
Shipwright in my employ, and it is reported to me that he is a man of integrity. I've had little to do with him. But the beasts have been claimed. You now have a great advantage. You must strike quickly, while the Prince Regent mulls his next action.
I had hoped my advantage may be in deterrence. Vhagar has ever been our foremost threat, and she is now overmatched.
Vhagar is not his only dragon.
The third brother is untested. Has never left Old Town. And his dragon is younger than Vermax.
But a dragon nonetheless. And you forget another.
Helena. She does not ride. She has no taste for it.
She may yet be compelled. And her dragon...
Dreamfire. Hatched when the Conqueror was king. She is formidable. Still, Helena is no warrior.
Aemon thought himself invincible. He has now discovered he is not. He'll be angry. Desperate. He will not stop at burning Sharppoint. And he will not be denied.
You speak truly. I wish it was not so. How goes the Sea Snake?
Better than you. We'll rejoin the blockade on the morrow. Let our foes beware, be they Lannister or Greyjoy. But my ship is no longer the Sea Snake. She was a testament to my own glory. I've given her a new name. The Queen Who Never Was.
I thank you.
What I do now, I do for her.
Strong name.
Your Grace, you are ready. My ships sail at your command. And my men serve you. But the Lannisters are marching. And the High Towers from Old Town. You must crush this beast. At its head, and before too many days have flown. There is, of course, another player that is yet to be revealed.
Your Grace, a word. It seems the sheep on our land has been sold upriver. My vassals have sent a drove of swine instead. Dragons do eat pigs, I assume.
Cractus prefers them. How goes your master?
We'll be ready to march in 2 days' time.
See to those pigs.
At once, Your
Sir Alfred Broom has come to see you.
Here he is.
Interesting.
I am sent as an emissary from the Queen.
Attain your movements and your intentions.
You've arrived just in time to see my new arm, Broom. What do you think of it?
It's very large.
Lannister hesitates. I aim to march on King's Landing before he can catch me.
May I have a word in private, Your Grace?
I would speak honestly with you.
I'd expect nothing less.
I was faithful to the king, your brother. I pledge my banners to Rhaenyra, his heir. I will never serve the usurpers or the whelps of Old Town. But there are battles to be fought.
And in times like this...
Did you see his name change?
It wasn't a name, it was a whisper of traitor.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
This place will have you barking at the moon.
While you have mustered an army, Rhaenyra has faltered, turning aside from our judgment and taking a course I myself deem reckless.
Rhaenyra will chart her own course.
But you are a leader of men. If you declare yourself...
I never took you for a turncloak, Sir Alfred.
Rhaenyra's intentions are good, but what we need is a king.
When I said he wasn't going back, I didn't know he was going to set up shop in...
It appears that the Pretender sent boats to collect those among the small folk who believed they had any drop of Targaryen blood.
Deception and subterfuge. Let no vessel come or go from our harbour without our inspection.
This will hinder the work of the fishing boats. The people depend on them for sustenance.
They will need no sustenance if they are slaughtered by the enemy.
Why does everybody hate us? They're unhappy. And unhappy people look for someone to hate.
She's gone back to the castle then.
Mm-hmm. We didn't order the blockade. No, but we are the crown, so they expect us to break it. I was happier before I was queen. What would you think about leaving this place? Where would I go?
Helena, here you are. Mother.
Just going to bed.
The crown has need of your service.
Now.
The Pretender has raised new riders against us, and we must answer in kind. I need you to fly with Dreamfire to battle.
Aemond. I do not wish to fight.
Our wishes must take second place now.
I won't burn anyone.
It isn't a question. They have defiled our birthright, made commoners into dragon lords. It is a sin and must be punished.
I remind you, your sister is still the queen.
As you were once. We are in peril today more than yesterday.
Peril that moved you to burn the town of Sharppoint. Peril or basest fury at your own humiliation. You wish to rule the Seven Kingdoms, but you rain ruin and death upon its small folk when you've been insulted. And now you seek to corrupt your sister. Of all our line, the gentlest and most deserving.
Our very lives, would you not have us prevail?
Not like this. Not like this!
Your Grace.
I must again request your assistance. I need passage and your discretion.
Do you think nothing of your oath?
I think of nothing else, my lord.
Steward's son from Dawn, fucking the Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Former queen. She has broken no oath for all I may have done.
I could send you to the wall.
You could. Stay in the High Tower name for a generation. King's mother in his hand.
She is my sister.
She saved my life. Twice. Once from the headsman's axe and once from myself. Since then, she has been the beacon I follow. Do not think I have no shame in me, sir. The desire for women has brought me grief after grief.
Then resisted.
I would that it was so simple.
Your brothers in the King's Guard find a way.
Do they? Or perhaps all men are corrupt, and true honour is a mist that melts in the morning.
That is a bleak philosophy.
I have no philosophy. Or rather, my philosophy was this: to protect the righteous and dispense justice on the rest. But now, you saw what I saw. The dragons dance, and men are like dust under their feet. We march now toward our annihilation. To die will be a kind of relief. Don't you think?
They're so different. Like, they're so... They've lived so different lives. Like, they're both knights. One is super honourable, and the other one is just full of guilt.
He's jaded now, isn't he?
I completely... Like, this, like, even their positioning. He's standing, looking down on the other guy.
Whilst he's...
He gets it.
It's just like... It's fascinating that they
watch as he joins in.
That they fight together. Mud wrestling.
It's not funny anymore.
You have impressed me, Lord Tywin. King's Landing has sent a most doughty ambassador.
I hope you will testify to the worth of the ambassador by agreeing to his most humble request.
I will most certainly consider it. After dinner, have you ever eaten the flesh of your enemies?
I have not, and I would not.
So you reject the hospitality of my house? A jest, my lord.
They're totally going to end up smashing.
It does not befit a prince to pout.
I'm not pouting.
What would you call it then?
I'm reading.
While your mother waits, you're angry.
Aren't you?
I don't see what good it would do.
They are an insult to us, to what makes us Targaryens. If any common lout can ride a dragon, then...
That does not make me common. Or you.
You know what I am.
I don't care. You are the crown prince, the son of the rightful queen, and here you are sulking. Do you believe that you are the first noble heir who was not sired by his noble father? Such is the way of the world, Jace, and in resenting it, you only diminish yourself.
Easy enough to say. I've heard the whispers the whole of my life.
Then prove to them that you are worthy. Get up and take your place by your mother's side.
Sacks ashore. You'll be sailing many days. Hoist me, lads, and hoist again. Salute the captain's daughter.
Well done, Lord Tyrant! Good song! Well delivered!
It's Thailand.
You have proven yourself most accommodating, and more accomplished than one would think. I will be pleased to sail at your side, and my captains with me. To the gullet on the morrow! And let the sea snake rue the day we meet again.
Ah, my king will be well pleased to friendship. It is late.
Before you go, Lord Tyland, you are a handsome man, and you have proven your worth and virility. I wish to have children by you.
Fucking called it.
You want me to?
Indeed. I want you to fuck my wives.
How
You called
many
that, did you?
wives do you have?
I generally at this point don't know if there's a lot of things I
Taming
don't
a
know
dragon's
about that.
thirsty work.
I don't know if she's 100% a woman, half a man, half a woman.
And some more of these little birds.
A toast to our new riders. The three of you are not of noble birth, but you have done a thing never dreamed of before. I have entrusted you with a power only few have known, and I charge you to take it up with fealty and respect. Serve me well, and I will make you knights of the realm.
What do you think of that, boys? We'll be knights.
What must we do?
I had thought the mere fact of you might stay the enemy's hand, but Lord Corlys is right. We must strike while we have the advantage and end this war. Learn your beasts and your commands. You will fly in 2 days' time. The strongholds of the usurper, Old Town and Lannisport, and their armies, all must be subdued. Alone, without allies, you will have no choice but to surrender.
You wish for us to kill innocents.
But it cannot be helped.
We must break the will of our enemy, or more will die in a struggle that stretches on without end.
What about Vhagar?
She is fearsome, but she is one dragon. The Prince Regent cannot defend against all of us.
I'll take him on myself. Silverwing's a goer, she is. Even if you are.
There will be time enough to see which one of us is a coward.
I said more of these little birds.
A knight will comport himself with grace at the Queen's table.
Best make me a knight, then.
You forget yourself, friend.
Sense of humour do you all good.
There is a message from Harrenhal, Your Grace.
Daemon?
The Castellan, Sir Simon Strong. Daemon has raised his army, but Sir Simon fears treachery.
I will not allow it. Adam, come with me.
I wouldn't send him after Daemon.
Do you never sleep, witch?
I'm going to the Godswood. When you came here, you were a closed fist. You wished to bend the world to your will. But you've discovered, I think, that this world will not be governed. There are omens here for those who seek them. You do not scoff.
I'm no longer inclined to.
I'm pleased to hear it. Do you wish, then, to learn what is given to you? All your life, you've sought to command your own fate. But today you are ready.
It's
It's all a story. And you're but one part in it. You know your part. You know what you must do.
Sister, we share the same blood, you and I. I know you wish no harm to anyone, but in a time like this, our mother is not a dragon rider. She cannot understand that you and I have a true occult heat. Come with me to Harrenhal. We will lay waste to Daemon and his army. Let our enemies see that we will answer outrage with outrage.
And if I refuse, will you burn me as you did Aegon?
That is a lie.
I saw it. You burned him, and you let him fall.
What you say is treason.
Aegon will be king again. He's yet to see victory. He sits on a wooden throne, and you'll be dead. You were swallowed up in the god's eye.
I could have you killed.
It wouldn't change anything.
I thought they were both going to ride. I don't think she'll ever make that mistake of sending one dragon ever again.
They would disagree sending herself, but I think it has to be her. And I think after the imagery he's just had, he might even be malleable to bending the knee.
It's a weak bit of CGI for the for the Night King, but
I am the Castellan Sir Simon Strong, Your Grace. Well met. Welcome to Harrenhal, my queen. I did not think to see you here yourself.
Message gave me much concern.
Yes, I must admit I had reason to fear. But come see for yourself.
I wasn't expecting you.
It seems rather a lapse in foresight. I see you have done well here.
They are sworn to me, and not a moment too soon.
And to whom are you sworn?
Bruson tapti lyrics ostawa. Filipasma kesu pranon. Merisa. Sola armazis. Soprumi vejume.
Elenusinio kepo idra.
Uiunda. Uina juragon costo tuta warundan. Sesi Amerikiso. Elo. Belvilza. The realm's only hope is a leader who can unite it, and my brother chose you.
He's back.
You are the true queen, Rhaenyra. First of her name, protector of the realm. I am meant to serve you, and all of these with me, until death or the end of our story.
I bet you feel like an idiot now.
Yeah. He's going to feel like a bit of a mug.
I mean, the timing was perfect.
Ine arle credruchas. Separ morjulias.
Nuki koston dawor. Silutan. My queen.
For every one of us who falls, 100 of them, there will be no mercy. We fight for our queen.
This is where Aemon comes flying and just fires a lot of them.
Wow. Seeing him being quite impassioned, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah. She goes back now and is like, what's the problem, you lot? All I had to do was show up.
yeah. There were two dragons.
2 dragons.
Now she's got another.
You sent for me, Lord Hand. Gulls are flying low today. The weather will change.
Not until late, I think. But already the storm sails.
We joined the blockade and are like to find ourselves in peril. Sooner than late. I wish to set out on good terms with my first mate.
Have I been remiss in my duties?
You've done what is asked of you, and more. But you are curt. And the men find you distant. You cannot lead if you do not inspire. You have been given a position to which all who serve here aspire.
Forgive me, my lord. I will endeavor to improve myself.
She missed the point.
I am trying to help you.
You want to help me? Is this the help you offer after all these years?
Daddy issues.
I mean no offense. You may go.
Do you know what it was like for us? To grow up fatherless? To be sneered upon as bastards? Never sure of the bread to feed us? Do you know what hunger does to a boy? What grief does? Or shame?
You are dismissed.
I sold fish in the market, cold dawn until sunset, putting by coppers to stave off the winter. And I watched the man beside me walk past with his son and heir, with the fur around his shoulders, choosing sweetmeats to eat after supper by the fire. And now that boy is dead, and his sister before him, and the air that took its place. And now you remember I live. Now you wish to suddenly to scatter the crumbs of your favor. I am an honorable man, and I will serve you because I must. But if it is all the same, I will decline any offers of help. If I survive this war, I will continue as I began. Alone.
I am really interested to see what this wild dragon looks like.
You have done what no one else would dream of. The gods favor you. They put the means to victory in your hands.
And yet, to claim it, I must strike. And in striking, I doom thousands to their deaths. I do not believe my father would have wished this.
He left you with no choice. Be strong. You know you are just. You must not let the realm fall to those who care for power more than peace. You must prevail.
And who pays the price? Come.
Begging your pardon, Your Grace.
I had to see you. I've been, I think, mistaken.
In what?
I was raised to believe there was an order to things. That there was security in following the path laid out for us. I resented you, I think, for caring so little for any of it, for knowing what you wanted.
Why have you come here?
Because I lost my way. All those I put my faith in, my husband, my father, my lover, my son.
The incorruptible queen sullies herself with a lover.
Do not judge me for what you yourself have done. Your father died, I took comfort with another. I too have desires.
Yes, but you alone made virtue your banner.
And I clung to it. I have been alone of late. I walked outside the walls of the city and I felt a weight lifted from me.
How lovely for you.
I thought for the first time what I would choose.
Shall you cast your son down and rule alone?
No, I do not wish to rule, I wish to live. To be free of all this endless plotting and striving. I would take my daughter and her child and leave it all behind.
It's too late. You said it yourself. Blood has been shed. Cities burned, armies march, and you wish to wash your hands of what you yourself set in motion. Oh, go then. Leave us behind, as you say. Wander in the wilderness. What has it got to do with me?
He never stopped loving your mother, you know. He was very fond of me and I of him, but she was the vision that sustained him. Even after she herself had slipped from his grasp, it was his love for her that kept him resolute in his choice of heir.
Why have you come here?
Aemon will soon fly to join Cole in the Riverlands. When he's gone, Helena as queen will be the crown's authority. If you come then to King's Landing, I will see to it that our guards throw down their arms. We will open the gates. We will shed no blood. You will enter as a conqueror. Already you have the stronger hand. Once you take the throne, this senseless war must end.
What of Aegon?
He's broken beyond recognition. He still heeds his mother. I believe I can prevail upon him to bend the knee.
No, still. You defend him. Still you imagine you can have all you want without paying too high a price. A price I have no choice but to pay.
Is to set things right.
If I am to take the throne, I must put an end to the opposition. I must take Aegon's head. However you may try to evade it, you know this. Choose. Will you shrink from what you set out to do, or will you see it through, as son for a son? You are much changed.
Let us be done with this. Please.
And what do I do with you now?
You let me go. And you fly to the Red Keep in 3 days' time, and you take your throne. Cast myself on the mercy of a friend who once loved me.
History will paint you a villain. A cold queen, grasping for power and then defeated.
Let them think what they must. I am at last myself.
You speak as if from a distant dream.
Come with me.
My part is here. Whether I will or no, it's decided for me long ago.
Prediction 1, tick.
All I need now is for Aemon to find out about what his mum did.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for that. A plan is going to turn into a trap.
It's going to be a trap, and the dragons get skewered by all of the scorpions.
Yeah, I still think this guy's going to croak it.
Oh yeah.
I don't agree with my second prediction, but
Absolutely.
then I also think if he gets captured, he could be turned. I think any
yeah, like he hasn't really got much.
I think he could be turned.
She's still chasing that dragon. It's been days.
Luckily, got an ugly feeling it's going to finish here.
And if it does, like I said, it was all prep.
I tell you what, I did not see happening. I did not see Daemon turning that quick like that. after the. I know it was a vision and it's supernatural, but I did not see that happening.
Yeah.
No, I definitely,
and that's the misdirect. I think all of that was leading him to that sort of path, but we just didn't see it because of we saw what everyone else saw.
Yeah.
Starks, Lannisters, they're all marching.
And leading to the prediction, which I don't think we're going to see a big war until the next season.
Oh,
who would have thought this Lannister? It's like,
look
at him
with his
his
five,
warrior
Probably
woman.
just like keep me away from
with his
her.
5 wives.
Yeah.
So what do the Greens have other than the biggest dragon? What do they?
Well, they now have obviously them going against Corlys, don't they?
So
he's
those
now
pirates versus yeah.
They've managed to swangle the pirates. Looks like Aemon's trying to persuade his sister to.
Yeah, and we still don't know. Tully, Otto.
Oh, there's Otto Hightower.
The great strategist being.
Wonder where he's been gone.
I feel like he was in prison.
It looked like it, yeah. Oh, they are on the run.
Fuck off.
Yeah, of course they're going to do that. How did you not? You're not listening to what we were saying.
Yes, I know, but you were right, and I didn't want that to be the case.
Oh. Very, very quickly, I wanted you to do something because unfortunately, I didn't know what was going on in that episode, but I had something of an inkling, which I'll explain in a sec. I wanted to just get each of you just very, very brief before we discuss it. How would you rate that as the final episode?
Despite my fuck off, that was very, very good.
Okay.
I would say
despite my fuck off.
It's a strong 7.5/8.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
5.5.
5.5. Okay, because you did.
What's yours?
Well, I actually really enjoyed it. Despite not being an action-packed episode, I don't know, maybe I was enjoying the moving parts and setup.
Yeah. Let's hold on. Before you go, let's just say something here. How do I rate it? It was good. I really liked it.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
But how do I? But as a final episode that typically leads to something and presents something big, it didn't do that.
No,
it did a lot of setup, which is great.
It wasn't necessarily a finale.
And I love the episode, but I'm giving it 5.5 because there was no big boom. You know, this is second season.
To be fair, for me, I think without moving or changing or doing anything differently in terms of what we were being presented with, to give a bit more of a final oomph, I probably would have moved that scene with Daemon and when it was to the very end of the episode.
Yeah.
To make that your big,
Yeah.
She shows up.
My rating might have been quite different if that had been the case.
You know, to final part of it. The reason I ask is because the thing that I saw when I was trying to get stuff together for this was accidentally saw the IMDb score, which is low.
Yeah,
like,
I'm not surprised.
So I was like, and that I had that as we were watching this. I've had that over my head going. It got like a 6.5, like all the other episodes, like 8 something.
No, I haven't
6.
seen that, but you got to remember we have burned through this.
Oh yeah,
and we have gone through lots of crap, some good, lots of crap. So we're coming off this, and there's a lot to digest. But in our minds,
it's all
it's leveled out being pretty good.
Yeah. When other
if you'd waited a week for that, and you're waiting for something juicy to happen, and you're seeing all these things,
you'd be disappointed.
You'd probably be on middle of the road, like something good's coming, but you wanted a bit more.
Yeah,
and you give it an average score. Having said that, yes, it was a good episode. Season 3 will be.
I think your point about moving the thing with Daemon towards the end, but I think if she had had that meeting with Alicent, knowing that in 3 days she could just effectively be walking into King's Landing and taking it, well, whether that happens or not, we won't know. But I don't think she would have then gone to Daemon with that same.
No, I know it's done in a certain structured way. I'm just saying if you wanted a more impactful episode, then
100%.
You'd have the kind of the big stand in front of everyone and who do you sort of
exactly
making that your big final. It's the I can't remember what season, but it was that season of Game of Thrones where she's like with Daenerys, where she kind of turns them all and everyone's just like bowing to her, where she's like got
exactly.
It's like kind of that end. You're almost mimicking that that thing of going, oh no, you will bow to me. I am that great.
Yeah, I mean it was great to have the. Like I said, I did not see coming the witch revealing the destiny through the tree with Daemon and him switching like that and just
the realization that the world is bigger than him.
Yeah, and I was like, I can see how Harrenhal, torturing him through visions and memories, eventually got him to a stage where he was prepared to believe.
He was malleable enough.
To believe a vision rather than just...
Also, I think that makes a lot of sense as to why, when you look back over some of that stuff, there was things and stuff in there that I was like... There were reminders of him that he's kind of gone there after a fight with Rhaenyra, and that bringing back to that sense of him, we'll call early days. And that was what in his mind, I'm going to be the conqueror, I'm going to be the king. And he kind of forgotten it, or had gone to the back of his mind how much of a person he's changed. And looking back on all that now and seeing the outcome of it, retrospectively, you actually see, again, all the hints are there. Some of those visions were of his first wife. Or second wife, should we say, actually. And I forgot, is it Laena?
Yeah,
Laena. So Laena was part of that, and Laena reminding him of their little girl. Are you taking care of our little girls? Are you doing? And it's weird looking at it and going, oh yeah, what, at the time, like, oh, he's having visions, but now you think about it, and he's having vision of his brother and tenderness with his brother, and visions of Laena and tenderness with her.
Qualities that he lacks.
All the qualities that he began to develop later on.
Yeah.
But then, at the moment, had kind of shut them all back out. And these are all the qualities and changes that he needed in order for that final, there's a bigger thing than you, you're a cog in a machine, not the machine itself. And he would not have accepted that if he had not been primed.
Of course.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that was great. And then, obviously, the fact that he mentions to her the Song of Ice and Fire, so they now have a single vision, single goal.
They are.
They've got
together.
that.
I also quite liked the again, like bring it back to like start season 1. Sorry, cut you off. I really enjoyed when they're talking Valerian to each other. It was a bit like
This is serious, and I'm going to talk to Valerian about it. And
well, not just the seriousness, but they were playful when they were talking to Valerian. It's the playfulness back again, like where she was like, "You don't leave my side again." He's like, "I tried."
I tried. Yeah. I thought Alicent was gonna, when she came to her, was gonna say, "I lied to you. Actually, this is what your father said. This is what he meant."
They'd already had that conversation when they. Funnily enough, was that one where you were a bit tired?
No, it was around the candles.
Yeah, they had the conversation because there was the realization that she had. Like, he talked to you of the Conqueror, of the Dream,
right? Yeah,
which has caused Alicent to try to do her own research. That's why she went looking for the books,
right? Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I said I moved them. They're not burnt."
Yeah.
But she's looking for that because suddenly she realised maybe she had fucked up,
got the vision wrong. Yeah,
because she knew nothing. Because again, part of the problem is obviously it's the secrecy, isn't it? Viserys only telling Rhaenyra only.
Yeah.
And then she's telling Jace, but there is a secrecy around the whole thing, and that seems like it's a bit of the stupidity of the whole thing is that it's a secret.
Yeah. But it's great they're moving that story on. At least that story lives. It's gained. You see the dagger here and there. But ultimately, that message had been lost, and you wonder how it carries on through all these wars, and it still flickers there.
Yeah.
In conversation, like between certain people.
I wonder how Viserys got the story. Did he read it?
No, he was told to him through his father.
Yeah.
So it's passed down from king to king.
Yeah, but Aegon the Conqueror the First, he had, assuming he had visions of that.
Right, so it was the Conqueror that had the original visions.
Yeah.
He was the original person that knew was happening, and he had the story etched in on that knife.
Yeah.
That was his knife, the Conqueror's knife, which he then passed. Right, yeah. So if each king would pass the knife and the talking point of the visions that Aegon the Conqueror had to the next king down.
Yeah.
So that was the key point, wasn't it? Is that when it got to Viserys, he's meant to pass it to his firstborn son. Because of his wife and everything, he decided, actually, I'm going to break tradition, and I'm going to name my daughter heir. And the part that no one's aware of is this: it's to do with the visions, and him telling her the visions is why he was so steadfast to never just change in his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the lineages you pass down to the next heir, so they carry on that tradition.
Yeah.
So he was doing that. He wasn't going like, actually, hold on. There's a dagger thing here. No, wait, you over there. There's a dagger thing here that we need to... So I feel like that was part of the reason why he was... They talk about it now, they're like, he never wavered.
Yeah.
And it's because he understood
yeah.
that the passing of the lineage was way bigger than just who was on the throne. He said it's ultra important that it's a Targaryen on the throne.
Yeah. It's great. There's some really good stuff there. I know that on the previous episode, I predicted 3 things, which was that Thingy would defect, Alicent, that Jace would get into a fight with one of the other riders. Although I thought it'd be like more of a fight to the death rather than a squabble, and that
could still be coming.
Could be still, and Ulf would die. Now I still believe Ulf's going to die.
Oh yeah, that man should not be on a dragon.
I feel like there's a lot of tension around that table. I feel like he is going to die, but he could also defect. I mean, he's a bit of a.
He's a funny one because like he could go all kinds of ways. He could either
traitor
die,
or something.
Yeah, he could be traitor. He could die stupidly, proving the point he should never have been there. Or he could, funny enough, end up being that kind of like character that goes on his own little arc and actually does become quite the knight and traditional.
Mate, I don't see it. But,
well, he does it his own way.
Well, what I'm getting at is that you get an arc with him where he starts taking things more seriously and becomes more of a character.
There are 6 dragons around that table.
He's like an incompetent Bran.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, he's
Bronn. He reminds me of Bronn, but incompetent.
I was going to say because
Bronn is very competent, but Bronn is also very quick, and he's very kind of he's lived. He's not a highborn, therefore he understands.
If you're doing it through competencies, then I would say that you've got what's his name again? The guy we're talking about,
Ulf.
Ulf is what you would call an unconscious incompetent. Basically, he's completely incompetent. He has no idea because of the arrogance. He thinks he's.
I don't know if he even thinks. I just think he's a common man that through this discussion over the last 3 episodes, the Queen's been like, we need these people. The gods have presented this. We need riders, and she's convinced that she can tame or retrain these common people to be servants of the crown and everything. Now that may be good for the blacksmith who feel like it's his chosen destiny, and that may be okay for the very humble, very loyal seaman who's actually of blood of Corus. But to Jace's point, this third person generally is a peasant.
Yeah,
and they're trying to tame him, and I don't know if they ever will.
Yeah, what I'm getting at is a different thing, though. When you talk about competencies, when you look at people, there's 4 competencies that people are in a state of. So, consciously competent, I'm good and I know it. Unconsciously competent, which I think the blacksmith falls into. Like, he's actually very, very competent, but he didn't quite realise he'd have the competency with the dragon. Then you have the consciously incompetent, which I feel like the other guy, Ulf, started as... Hold on a sec. What am I doing here? And then you have the unconscious incompetent, which I think is what he's delved into. I think the arrogance has gone to his head.
Right.
In terms of, like, he's now thinking, I'm a dragon rider now. A dragon accepted me. So, yeah, I'll go. Like he was saying in there, he's like, we're confident, we'll go up against anyone. And they're like, you're a fool, man.
Yeah, no, I believe,
kind of consciously incompetent, isn't he? Because he's always questioning himself.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a good example of that?
Yeah. Like, being consciously incompetent is not a bad thing because you're aware the people that are consciously incompetent work to make themselves competent. That's where you get the people doing the study and the Jace in the previous season was consciously incompetent. That's why when Rhaenyra came and found him and she was like, you don't have to try and learn High Valyrian all day, and he's like, no, I do.
Yeah.
So he's working to become competent.
Yeah, I mean, he even had his head in the books, the previous episode, didn't he?
So that's where you have that kind of like, he's aware that he needs to get better. And then you have conscious competent is Aemond. Aemond has worked, strived, he's really good, and he knows it. That's why he's arrogant. Same with Daemon. Those are your peak. Those are your like peak.
Well, all I know is there are 6 dragons around that table, and on the cloth, in the design of the cloth, there are 5. There are 5 flying together with a golden one in the middle,
which I believe.
I think his dragon goes at some point. I think it goes somewhere else.
Well, he's going to have to, because
I do think that what's Alicent's daughter's name? The one. And she's got like sunflower or something like that, or her stuff. I think that will be one of your dragons. I think she's going to be pulled into this unwillingly. I don't think she's going to have much choice in the matter. Like the die is fast.
They were holding back on revealing her dragon.
Yeah,
I don't know. I thought her dragon might have had 2 heads or 3 heads or something weird about the dragon, like just something that makes it stand out a bit different. I mean, obviously it doesn't. It's only got 1, but I thought there might be something. Or like 4 wings instead of 2 or something.
Rhaenys dragon.
Yeah. So I thought it was going to be something different. Something, different. But who knows what happens there. And the biggest question for me is the king. The king and the clubfoot.
Yeah.
Where do they go? What do they do?
Well, this is the thing. Like, I think he's going to... Because that's the other thing that his sister, stroke wife, was saying to Aemond. She was like... because as she's shown throughout both seasons, she's like a three-eyed raven. She sees the future. She sees what's going on. Like she said to Amy, it's like I saw what you did to Aegon. I saw you burn him. I saw you. But there's all she's like. If you go back and watch, obviously through editing all of these things, and I've had to rewatch it with the editing. She literally predicts crap tons of stuff.
So she's a bit of a witch. She's a bit of a
more like a three-eyed raven,
right?
I think.
What are they? A weird,
wide or warg?
Warg.
Not warg, because wargs go into animals. But she's clearly got the ability to see. She's like a seer. She's seen what goes on in the moment. She sees what goes on in the future. She has understanding. That's why she said about the rats.
Yeah,
I'm scared of the rats.
Yeah.
There was things in season 1 that she makes these little murmurings and stuff when she's a kid. And the problem is that when we were watching those, she's really background. She says these little things, but they just kind of move on very quickly, so you don't see much of it. But when you go back and now she's become more foreground as a character, you're like, oh yeah, actually we should have noticed this more when it was going on. She was saying these crazy little things, and they all just went, oh yeah, she just talks crap. What weirdo. In actuality, like she has a very good understanding of what is and isn't coming, and bringing us right the way back down to the question, because she said, didn't she, like Aegon will be king again.
Yeah.
She's you, Aemon. You're gone. You're going to be dead. He's going to be king again. And now we've seen him fleeing the castle, so he is probably going to disappear. And then I'm again foreshadowing that towards the end, maybe season 4, maybe we'll see bits of him in season 3 stuff.
Back, yeah.
But I think he's going to suddenly come back as a major player later down the line. Like again, once time has moved on again. Another 6-10 years or something. I think he's going to come back and be a player.
What do they call him? Aegon the something. What did Clubfoot call him? Aegon the Pleasant King or something.
Yeah, or the Rebuilder.
Well, because the thing is, though, it's like there's so much in the story which leans to it. Like, you know that there are, they had 4 dragon eggs going around with the young daughter. There's more dragon eggs in the cave. There's plenty of opportunities for this to happen. It's not like there's nothing which is saying, oh, that can't happen.
Yeah.
They've shown that somebody can get into a dragon hold and nick a dragon egg.
But when I say a player, I don't even necessarily mean Dragon Rider. I mean, because this is where
just
Clubfoot,
heir to the throne, yeah.
Well, as we've noticed with Clubfoot, he's done a lot of manoeuvring and made a lot of stuff happen from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I could see him taking Aegon under his wing and showing him how he's become so devious. And so actually his plays might be more maneuverings in the background to make. If you look through Game of Thrones as well, like that's different because again, Daenerys was the only one with dragons, so it wasn't as if there was many other going around. But didn't stop everybody vying for power via various maneuverings. They didn't all require power to do it. The only one that really made that her thing was Cersei, where she was like, power is power. But like Littlefinger and others, and the Spider and that, they were controlling a lot of what happened within the kingdom from behind the scenes, from places of less prestige. And there's nothing stopping Aegon. Like, I don't disagree. I think that he could come back, get a dragon, and become. But equally, he could probably maneuver his way back to the throne without even maybe.
Yeah, if the timing's right. Yeah,
So,
completely.
It's a prediction.
I think the way they poised this, the cliffhanger, we can expect season 3 to start off with some. Yeah, we're going to see some.
I think fans are going to be. I imagine the forums fans are like, season 3 better be good. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Better be.
I think it will. As Dan said, with the IMDb scores and everything, the first 7 episodes were relatively high and very good. The third, I think.
The last one there was one in the middle. I think that was again one of the more boring episodes that also scored low, but it was the final episode. I was like, whoa, that's a low
this
score.
This has been arranging pieces ready for that.
The chessboard.
They're literally saying, right, we've got the dragons. Where do they need to be? Yeah, the only person they didn't actually show in that final kind of montagey thing was Aemond. You didn't see him in there at all, so you don't actually know where he is yet.
Well, he's probably trying to figure out a plan. I think.
Oh yeah, totally. But it's they've got it so that now it's like conflict is happening, and it's going to happen very fast. You know that in 3 days you could see Rhaenyra going to King's Landing to storm it. You also know that King's Landing is prepared to kill dragons.
Yeah. I mean, the cogs of war have started saying. I think. Let's imagine the next season is 8 episodes, and imagine season 4 is 8 episodes. Although they could do something controversial and reduce it to 4 and make them more intense. But let's assume it's 8 and 8. I'd imagine the next day, the first 3 are the 3 days in which lead up to the war, and then maybe you get 2 episodes of war and 2 episodes of Fallout or whatever. But I think, next season if they got through the majority of that next season and the war
was still
pending or on the cusp, right, I would be very surprised. But I could be completely wrong, because I feel like the bit I've had to keep conditioning my mind is the fact that, whereas Game of Thrones went through multiple wars, the Battle of the Bastards, there was a war right before it, and the war at the end. This really, there is only going to be one war when all the dragons start attacking each other, and after that, I think that's going to be it. And it's all the build up, isn't it, to getting all the pieces in place and the dragons on what side and what not, because ultimately they're all fighting over the throne.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. I just don't know how it's going to
pan out.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to be left and who's going to be.
Well, I mean, my overall prediction is that whether he survives or not, Daemon will eventually get Rhaenyra. I think it will end with Rhaenyra's on the throne.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I think that's sort of that's how it will end up. Kind of, she will finally make it. After many deaths, many tragedies and things, that's where it will end. And
she'll get to the throne, but she'll be limping.
Yeah, or more to the point is that I think whether or not she, however long she's on the throne, she could be on the throne for 2 minutes for all I care. The idea is that she...
But that vision has to come to pass.
Yeah, as in...
Yeah.
The Targaryens have to continue that lineage on the throne until we get to sort of the Mad King, basically. So...
Is that definitely written into the story? Or is there any breaks in the throne?
I have no idea. But the point is that the real breaking of Targaryen rule was the Mad King.
Yeah.
So, irrelevant of whether there are breaks in between or not, there has to be an end to this where it's kind of follows through the Targaryens.
I think so. One bit of me wants to actually look at the timeline, but I'm afraid of any story spoilers. Because this story has already been written, apparently. Is that
it's a book.
Yeah, and I refuse to read it. I won't even look at it because I'm just like, I know what I did with Game of Thrones originally, and I think, and that's probably what made most people so annoyed with it, is because we knew all of the intricacies from the books, how they were adapted, and then they came along with the final 2 seasons, which weren't in any book, and then you were just like, well, that just feels kind of crap.
Butchered the story, yeah.
Because almost some of the fun of it is knowing the story from one perspective and seeing how they portray it.
I'm going to defend you here, Pete. I've not read the books.
Don't.
And I thought the last 2 seasons were fucking trash. So.
But Pete's saying that, though.
But what he was saying, he was coming from the point of view of reading the books and then being disappointed. I'm saying even non-readers of the books were disappointed.
Yeah, I mean...
They are
everyone
hard
was
books
disappointed.
To read. I've got to say, I did not... They weren't the sort of books where I just sat there and read them. It was like, oh, wow. I mean,
I've started reading the first book, but...
But, yeah, they were hard reading, especially by the end.
Quite dense.
Yeah, very fucking dense. And it was just like, mate, my brain does not know how to map half the shit that you're fucking writing in these pages. It was really good, though. It was good, like... Yeah, I think from visually, I think the series got it all right. It was just at the end was a bit... Eh. But with the dragons, the final thing I'm going to say is that it's basically quells one of the things that you were saying about the 3 factions, because now we've got 2.
Yeah.
But I do think with the introduction of the pirate fleet, which apparently can put somebody new on the throne, is going to be... I think that's... And I
could
always
potentially
maintain...
create a faction.
Yeah, small folk, these pirate people are going to be the 3rd faction. It's just that now it's gone from being Daemon.
That's an interesting prediction.
So,
because we were always saying Daemon and Renee.
Yeah, and I was going to say, although I mourn the storyline because I loved the idea of watching Daemon's descent into madness. Equally, quite happy seeing them sort of reunite.
Oh no, it's great. It's more impressive visual. I'm just as shocked. I'm that old guy when he went. He's like when he's watching it play out, he's like, "That is me." I was like, "What?
Yeah, what happens to that?
What is going on? What is going on here?" Like, she spent like 7 episodes, watching this guy descend into madness, and then he has like a complete turnaround when a woman turns up.
Yeah.
Well, like all men.
Yeah, it's a complete
bow.
clarity of vision. But what I do like is that I thought I'd constantly feel like I'd compare this to Game of Thrones, the original series, but the way the landscape and the characters and the key part is the dragons whenever I see an episode, I never really feel like I know how it's going to play out, because this is what happened in the new world, Game of Thrones. In this world, all the stakes are different, all the rules are different, with the introduction of dragons and things. And it feels like a completely different chessboard to me, and that's why I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's weird because I think it's not so much a chessboard. I feel like it's a game of snakes and ladders, because you know where the end of it is. You know where it goes to, but it's all of the ladders and the snakes that you're trying to dodge along the way. Because
I guess so.
I think it's because it's like a weird plot car. You know how it should end roughly, but you have absolutely no clue how they're going to get there, and that's the great thing, because they're going to keep you guessing, Game of Thrones style. But
yeah, I mean, we'll see. I suppose what I'm saying is, in the original, group of men, large armies would fight, and then there'd be a blood spill, whatever the case was. And as it got further into the show later on, a dragon turned up, and you realise that Daenerys and the dragons were basically going to ultimately, win every fight they engaged, and they did.
Yeah.
But until, of course, you get the switcheroo where you get the undead dragon, which changed everything. But with this, it's like, as Sir what's his name, Cranston, Coltrane. He sort of, in that moment that he had where he's like, look, all of our fighting's been pointless now. These dragons are on the board, and I just find it so interesting now that the dragons are there. It's like,
I also find it shocking he's still alive, considering he was on your death note for like.
I thought. He still could croak it. I guess.
I had Gwaine on one for ages. I mean, they're still gonna die, but
yeah,
I just feel like they're gonna have they've got to have a big part to play. The dragons can't make it completely redundant. The story has to find a way to nullify them in a way, because
that's why I'm interested. That's why I'm interested to see
I think
how
the dragons are going to start to nullify each other.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested to see how it goes.
Or the humans will. They'll be like, okay, well, how do we start killing dragons? They know how to do it.
Well, yeah. So because the threat for me is less men. You see a big army, right? That Daemon's got. That's great. Yeah, it's impressive. But like, the real threat is the dragons, and how King's Landing are going to deal with 5 dragons attacking. That's to me how it's so different to the original Game of Thrones. That wasn't a problem. Originally it was about recruiting men, wasn't it? Towards the end of the seasons, you were watching armies grew up with armies. I mean, you had men with the Dothraki, with the everything else against the undead, against the thing.
Yeah, the dragons were pretty much non-existent until the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, they were sort of the icing on the cake. In this,
they
are the yeah, right. So we'll see how it plays out.
And they got and 2 of them got taken out by good harpoons,
right.
And that's what I'm thinking is
they'll come into play. The scorpions will come into play.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be more the dragon on dragon fighting that will.
Yeah, I think there's just too many parts and too many we got it all wrong about. I was saying how we were going to see mass rioting and huge civil war.
It was a great point. No, it was a great point though. It was
so well done, because I was sitting there going, they're not going to just suddenly start pulling people out of King's Landing to have them become dragon riders. But hello, that's what they did. So I'm like, keep me guessing. Keep driving me up the bloody wall. Thanks.
No, you were right in the sense that they create that boiling pot, and there was going to be an overthrow or a civil war, but the show decided to show less of that and move on.
Yeah,
and move on to the next plot point. But you are right. You were right when you suggested that. I mean,
yeah. My only hope is that George R.R. Martin doesn't kick the bucket before season 4 gets written.
I'm sure it's probably already penned. I'm sure it's probably all.
George R.R. Martin is lovably a dick, because he knows how much people want to get closure on these.
I think he's more on board with this show though.
Writing the final book, hasn't he?
He's probably enjoying it. Yeah,
he's probably gone. I've written into a corner. Maybe time will take its time, and I won't have to.
Yeah. It's basically and it'll go down as that writer that wrote 6-7 amazing books for a series, and then
I'm quite interested to see. So when we get to the end of this in about 4.5 years' time, once we've done all 4 seasons, I'm sure it'll be quite a complete package. And 4 seasons is always good for any show. It's not too much, not too little. I'd be very interested to compare it to the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones. Where did Game of Thrones finish after the original show had got to 4 seasons? Now, I know where it finished up to 6, because that was the Battle of the Bastards.
Mhm.
And that was, in my eyes, where they should have finished it.
If I remember rightly, season 4 was when sort of the finale of that was Jon Snow going up and trying to take down the... he's gone beyond the wall, and there was that big fight with the White Walker stuff.
Oh, chasing him off the port.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
That was the big one.
That was good.
And it was good.
We had to fight the giant.
That's it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't remember any of that. I feel like I've slowly purged most of the
That might have been it,
plot
yeah.
out of my head.
Don't get me wrong, I
Don't allow
loved...
the last couple of seasons to...
Yeah, I know.
ruin what
Maybe
was.
I'll do a rewatch.
I love season 7 when they went beyond the wall and you had the iconic scene of the undead frost worm, let's call it. The dragon taking down the wall. I mean, it's the greatest, probably one of the greatest scenes in that entire show. But Battle of the Bastards for me was the culmination.
That was
of
the pinnacle of...
Yeah, that was a culmination of like 3 seasons, and one of the biggest fights they ever did.
Yeah. So yeah, I suppose as a final thought on this is will the season 3, season 4, will it end as big as Game of Thrones got?
Who knows? You'll have to stay tuned and find out, right?
Yeah. Stay tuned. Maybe give a like and a subscribe.
See you in a couple of years.
Yeah, see you in a few years, yeah.
Well, we've got other things to watch, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see you in a couple of years.
Yeah, I'll
man.
see you in a
I'm fucking
couple
done
of
with
years.
you guys. Get the fuck out of here.
Thronies.
Hang on, this is your house. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Until then, we'll see you next time.
See ya.